Hello bead kids. Today we are making your basic ladybug and a dragonfly. This is from our butterfly garden kit. First of all, we lay out our pattern on the bead board. In the pattern shown, now you can use any color that you'd like, just two contrasting colors. We take our straws and cut a point on one end. And then we begin cutting the straw lengthwise, and then you start pulling the straw and just slice it all the way through. Then the straw will act like a spring. And you put the beads onto the straw in the pattern shown. And we're going to begin with the dragonfly. So we put 2 beads on, 3 beads on our straw and clip them with side cut pliers or scissors. We do not put straws in the single beads. And I'll prep my string. I'll use about 4 or 5 feet of cotton string. I tie two needles to the end of the string. And this is you have 2 ways. You just can put a loop through the lanyard and then put the tails through the loop. And that'll hook your lanyard. Another way is take your lanyard through half of the string, put the loop through the lanyard, tie a half a knot, but don't pull tight, and take that loop and put it underneath the lanyard. I have to push back on the lanyard and pop that string under. This is a fishing knot. Now loosen the string a little bit. Don't pull it tight right away. Loosen the string and then pull it tight. Then you place your lanyard under a clipboard, or you can tape it to the table. We start with the first row, putting the right needle in the right side, the left needle in the left side, and pull the row tight. Go row by row, the right needle in the right side, the left needle in the left side, even on your single beads. And tighten it before you tie a knot. Now, I have plenty of string, so I'm going to turn it upside down and restring it from the tail to the head. Just going back and forth, right needle, right side, left needle, left side. And then cross the right string over to the left side and tie a square knot. Add a dab of glue, pull it tight, trim your tails, and with your metal needle, tuck the knot and tail into a bead, and it won't even show. Now take 2 pipe cleaners and pass one of the pipe cleaners about halfway through the bead, going back through the same bead, and twist the pipe cleaner a little bit to shape your wings. Take this second set of pipe cleaners and move down a row. You can also kind of tuck them in and add a dab of glue on all 4 sides. And there's our little dragonfly. If you're lucky enough to have some smaller beads, you could add those as to the wings. Now we're going to start on our ladybug, and you can use any color bead that you'd like. We take our straws, cut a point, and cut, and then slice down the straw. Straw acts like a spring. And put the beads onto the straw in that same order. Now I slide my beads to the end of the straw, and then I cut with side cut pliers or scissors. Side cut pliers will be more flushed, but scissors work. And you go row by row, adding beads to the straws, and then trimming the straws. Now this pattern works if you're using 4x6 pony beads or the 5x5 perler beads. You just use a half a straw, so you cut the straw lengthwise, and then you cut the straw lengthwise again. When you have smaller pieces of straw, you can use them in the 2 or the 3 or 4 beads. Keep going, staying in the same pattern, adding the beads to a straw, and trimming the straw. Getting ready to prepare my string. I will be using about 6 or 7 feet of cotton string, and I tie the 2 tapestry needles to the end of the string. Could put a loop through the lanyard and then take the 2 tails through the loop. That's an easy lanyard attachment. Clip it under a clipboard or tape it to the table. Untwist your string before you begin, and then start with the head of the ladybug. The right needle will go into the right side of that row, and the left needle goes in the left side of the row. Every once in a while your straws may pop off, or your beads may pop off your straws, but they're easy to put back on. Okay, so next row, the right needle goes in the right side, and the left needle goes in the left side, and pull tight. Now I like to hold my fingers onto the needle as I pull them through, so the straws don't come off or the beads don't come off. So just pinch the needle as you pull it through lightly, just lightly, and go row by row. This part goes very quick. Now before we end, I like to take mine and tighten my project before I tie a knot. And then I pass the right string over to the left side and tie a square knot. And because I have plenty of string, I'm going to basically restring it. The right needle goes into the right side, the left needle goes in the left side, and go back up the ladybug. And then when you're finished, tie another square knot. Before you pull it tight, add a dab of glue. And then pull the knot tight. Trimming the tails about 1/4 of an inch from the knot, and then with that glue and your metal needle, tuck the knot and the tail into a bead, and it won't even show. The knot won't even show. There we go. There's our little ladybug. You can make it in any color.